Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 66th edition of Invest Data Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, this morning, as usual, I will say, don't joke with your word, don't joke with your stop loss and what, and your other investment technical analysis tools when you are trading. But I want to start on the note that the global market is kind of breathing out again. We have seen that no the kind of performance positive what we saw on Friday is sustained this morning as the global market is opening. That's why I said investor can still make money on commodity backed stocks. Companies with inelastic demand product or services can increase their price, and this price also will not affect demand. On that note, their services and products also will sustain their earnings. That means you and I, as an investor, need to look at those companies that have what we call commodity-backed stocks. When I mean that, those that have what they are selling or services that are inelastic, that no matter how they increase their price, see there will be demand for their product. At the end of the day, because there is demand for their product, going to impact the company earnings or the bottom line positively at the end of the day. Global stock rally this morning as to as fear about global economic recession appear to be cooling off or reducing as Monday trading started on an orbit, knowing that what happened on Friday is always what we're seeing as a result of China rate cuts. This is expected also to support the second largest economy, which you see when anything affects China, it affects the world. This largest economy today, because of what the cut in rates is for them to kind of sustain recovery that also will make them to remain as number two largest economy. And don't forget that that's why I said it depends what is happening in your climate for you to adjust rate or not. Like I always tell you that you can't just adjust rate for adjusting rate sake. Because you see people adjusting, no. China, you can see that some of their provinces have been on a lockdown. Now they are planning to release it. At the same time, they are trying also to make sure that there is no cost in what high cost increase in what in cost of fund, so that they can still sustain their recovery. And at the same time, also for me, German economy has German improved business sentiment in the face of inflation and rising interest across the group, has also supported the global market. I think that Europe and US market are in green this morning. Tells you that people are looking the way. And don't forget that also recently, U.S. President is saying that is going to cut tariffs on what on China. These are the things that is trying to kind of give the global economy sorry a breather, and that is why we are seeing a kind of a positive recovery in this matured market. For me, it's a good one. I know there's a what's going to trickle down, and don't forget that oil price as we speak now also trading around 113 per barrel. You can see it's still on the rise. It oscillates between 109 and 115 for all this while. But I'll tell you, for almost like 3 weeks, you can see oil trying to make an uptrend before it tried to oscillate, but at the end of the week, it make an uptrend. That tells you that for 3 weeks now, I've seen oil price trying to make a consistent closing higher. But at this hour, it's trading at, as I said earlier, 113 per dollar, which is per barrel, which is also good for the economy, especially those companies that are related to business of oil, gas, and energy. All of them can see this time they are all making money. That's why you, as an investor, this also to inform your decision where to put your money as you speak, so that at the end of the day, you also be smiling to the bank, because this is the way to go at this hour. Because I'm telling you, investment is against the future, and if you're looking at the future, you need also to know exactly how to invest in that future. Once you're able to know how to invest in the future, you don't have issue. Today, on our little corner for indicators, we want to look at the percentage price oscillation, which is a PPO. I'll tell you that it's defined as a momentum indicator that measure difference between two moving average as percentage of what of the larger moving average. Like I said, you need to get invest data, technical toolbox, so that all these indicators are well explained in that, so that you can know how to use them effectively. The one we're explaining there will not be enough for you to work. When you get that video, you get time to start. You know what of the indicator that suit your investment. You must not use all the indicator at once. There are more than almost 200 indicators, but the one that usually understand and also assist you take your decision, that is where you should be looking at as a trader or investor. The percentage price oscillator, it shows with a signal line and a histogram, just like the way you see the MACD, and a center line. Signal are generated with a signal line crossing over the center line over, and a divergence also when it's also surprising or kind of suppressing the difference between them. These are what we call the signal from these two. Let me take it again so that you get what I mean here. I said the percentage price oscillation, it shows, with a signal line, with a histogram, and also a center line. Signal are generated with signal line crossing over or crossover the center line, crossover, and divergence also surprising what the difference. These are what we use to catch the signals. PPO reflects the convergence and the divergence of two moving average. PP is positive when the shorter moving average is above the larger moving average. The indicator moves further into the positive territory as the smaller moving average distance itself from the larger moving average. This reflects a strong upside momentum. That is why you need to understand it, get so that you can look at indicators and the and the and the chart to get exactly what I'm saying. For now, I'm looking at so that you can, at the end of the day, you get the whole thing. The PP is negative when the smaller moving average is below the larger moving average. Negative reading grow when the smaller moving average, distance itself from the larger moving average goes further to negative. This, reflects stronger downside momentum. The histogram represents the difference between the PP, which is the percentage price oscillator, and its exponential moving average. The signal line, the histogram is positive when the PP is above its exponential, and negative when PP is below its exponential moving average. The PP histogram can be used to anticipate a signal line crossover in the PPPO. That is the percentage price of oscillator. This is how to use this one so that when you are using to read, you don't need to know. Also, they have a setting. You can set your people either use the 13 or 21 and 8. Don't forget our 8 oscillator. You can actually use also set your PP with the percentage price oscillator at 13, 21 or 8. Once you're able to get that, it can also help you to catch a turning point instead of signal to buy or signal to sell. That is how to use that. So that it gives you a lot of opportunity to know exactly where the momentum is going, because I will tell you that momentum is kind of giving you the psychology, the sentiment, all of the people that is what combined to give you that momentum. Where are they moving? Where is price moving to? Once you're able to catch it on time and take position, that is why I say trend is your friend in technical analysis, because once you're able to identify the trend on time, you are good also to fly with the trend. That is how to invest. Yeah, this morning, the market news will have that what I said, Lasaco released the audited results for 2021. Yes, I didn't go more to see, and also we're seeing insider dealing in UCAP. And you ask yourself, you can see improving volume in UCAP. If there's improving volume in UCAP, what does this signify? They're ahead of their Q2 number. It tells also what to do as investor or trader in the market. This is how we should also take position with all this information, the market news, the technical analysis, indicators, and also what is happening globally, or putting all this together, to take forward. At this time, wherever the market is going up or going down, don't forget to use your stop loss. It's very important, and take away emotion from your trading decision. Once you're able to do this, you are good to go in any market cycle, whether in a bull market or in a bear market. Once you're able to take this thing together, you are good to go at that instance. Yes, we want to look at the market performance now. Let's look at what is happening in the market. Technically, I want to tell you that the market, you can see from here, market is also not looking too good. I'll tell you, it's not a bad move. Market today, you can see this red line here. It has touched as high as almost 53. That's the height I make 53. no 74 but that is the highest that make as we speak now. This is the market for you. And also market is doing 52,956.85, down by 23.11 points, represented by the negative 0.02. That is what the market is marginally down. But if you look at the market breadth is positive. That means market is on a move at this hour. This early morning, the market opened on a green position this morning before coming into this red position. As we speak now, we have 15 gainers on the market and just 8 losers. And don't forget that market is a bit dull today. I tell you why. Because the MPC meeting, I know all investors, both international and locally, are looking at the outcome of MPC in Nigeria to see what to do with their investment here, or how to also review their portfolio. But I'm telling you, at this hour, we're having 15 gainers, and the top 5 gainers at speak now is Mike Nichols, consolidated, followed by Police Microfinance, then Mutual Benefit. We have consolidated Hallmark PLC and Preta Capital. These are the top leaders of the leaders of capital appreciation this morning, and others in that category. But if you go to the loser chart, you can see that Presco is the one leading the loser pack this morning. Presco have lost 20 naira, trading around 180. Then they'll have Motivas, Livestock, Lasaco, and Jahis Bank. These are the top losers at this hour. Then if you want to look to see like volatile, the volume is very, very important. You want to look at which stocks is driving the volume in the market at this hour. I will tell you that the ones that are driving the volume at this moment are one. The top one here is Jahis Bank, followed by Access Corp, then Presco also, followed by Sterling Bank, and the last one is Mutual Motivat as we speak. These are the Motivat. These are the top in terms of volume, and we want to look at them one after the other before we call the class a day. Then we're going to look at what is happening access. Presco, we want to look at Jahis Bank. Recently, we are seeing volume in Jahis Bank continuously. We want to see what is this volume for Mark Nichols. We know what is driving it. The bonus news and the 3 kobo dividend, and the volume that is driving this stock, the volume is very small. But the other thing, if you look at, I said it earlier in one of the programs this morning, that check that the update we are getting from the insider dealers dealing, and which anything that have been updating us, the insiders are selling. Yes, the volume they're not selling is not much, around 250, 240, 280. But when they are selling, it also give you why are they selling? You ask yourself, and not just 2 days that have been consistent since the stock started rally. You need to also shine your eyes and know what to do in that regard. Then we want to look at the life of Jaiz Bank, what is happening in Access Corp, what is happening in Sterling Bank and Presco. Then we now come over to Police Microfinance. We need to know what is happening there. Then the one again that is let's see what is happening in Livestock Feed, because we are seeing the sector doing well in terms of number. Let's see, is it the right time for us to see we are taking position in livestock, but let's take chart one after the other. But before we go to the stocks, we want to look at the market. I was saying, you can see this indicator there. The market was up before coming down. Let's quickly break all other indicators to add to what we're having now to see where the market is going from here. Once we're able to achieve that, and make sure. I know the market is a bit dull because all eyes are on the outcome of the MPC meeting that is underway now. But I believe that at the end of the day, we become a better investors and traders, because having information is key, and also taking action is another thing. That's why I always encourage you after this class, always try to make sure that look at your portfolio and make sure what you have shared here, put into practice. Yes, if you look at the market now at this hour, market is also on top of the T line. You can see it here. So on top of the T line already as we speak now, but flat here, almost on top, and also money momentum indicators. If you look at our MACD, our MACD is telling us market is not smiling. Even at this point, the MACD is kind of a budget. You can see it here. It's already turning. If you look at this histogram here for MACD, it's coming down. There is a bearish sign. I can see it here, and the blue line almost crossing the red one from up. You can see that money flow on the day chart is not too looking for not looking too sweet. is already still above 50, around the 70, or looking down on a day chart. Let's quickly look at 1 hour chart on the market. That will give us a clear direction. As we speak now, on a hour chart, I'll tell you that the market is below the T line, which is not too good. Tell you that the market is weak at this time, even as the other indicators, the market is still strong. But on 1 hour chart, market is trading below the T line. That's also another side you should look at. And if you look at the MACD here, MACD is already bearish already, but money flow is looking up even on a 1 hour chart. That is why you can see there's a missed signal from the indicators here. One is performing a bearish trend, while the other one say the fund is entering, and this fund getting on what is above 50 to reach 50, 54. But that's why you need to check your 1 hour chart to give you an insight to what the end or what will look like. But the market, as we speak now on the daily on the hour chart, is below the T line. You can see it here, from this chart here. The T line is the blue line on top of this is a trending in the candlestick that is flat here. You can see. But let's see, wait and see how the market is going to close. But I believe that today, tomorrow, before 2 or around that, we'll be hearing the CBN governor addressing the press, the financial journalists. But I believe that they should retain rate at this time. But if there's adjustment, market will now fund to start leaving the market, or might likely to see market driving. That's why I equally catch your profits, take your profits on stock now, and see also what to do with those position. That's why you need to always use your stop loss, and also your trading plan to guide you, because you know you're entering and strategy, and also trade your plan exactly. Don't follow the others plan. Have your own plan that you are trading. Once you are trading your plan, you are good to go with the market at any given time. But once you have no plan, it becomes a problem that when market goes you front and back, that's where you'll be going. Because I believe that once be able to do that, you need to stay ahead of the market, and that is the only way for you to create wealth for yourself. That's the only way for you to make money. Because I believe that once you understand the thing you are doing, what you are playing, you are good also to go at that particular time. Also today, I think that ICO insurance and the Prestige insurance have been marked down also for their dividend for 2021. As we speak now, this is the on the market. For quick one, let's just go to Jahi's bank and see what is happening in Jahi's, so that you know exactly how to play that position now, because that's what you need to know, how to take position, what is happening. We are seeing volume in the stock. This I want to watch out. The 1 hour chart for Jahis is looking good. You can see volume here. That's why there's a pullback in the candlestick here, but still trading above the T line. But I can see there's a pullback from Friday position down. You can see this red angle, but on a good volume, you can see here, and the MACD is bullish, and the money flow is bullish, and above the T line. That means this position, this stock, you also still want to watch very carefully. So it's still doing around between 87 and 90 now. Let's still watch. I see volume happening, coming up here, and volume give us information that something is happening. Let's look at the day chart for Jai's bank. A day chart for Jai's bank, I will see there's a missed signal here. Yes, on a day chart, it's not looking good. You can see that. You can see this engulfing here. You can see almost good bearish engulfing these two candles here. You can see here, and also it's on red. That means that sellers are having upper hand at this point, and money flow is looking up, and the MACD has confirmed what a bear situation that can see a kind of a bearish signal and also confirmed for this stock. That means if you have made profit in this stock, yes, you have to take profit, because it moves from as low as 65 to almost 92 kobo. Then you can equally cash out your profit now, or also take profit. That will depend on your investment objective for Jai's bank. Quick one, want to look at what is happening access curve. Let's see what is happening access curve, so that you can know what to expect from there. Access holding PSC. Yes, you can see access holding PSC as we speak. On a day chart, you can see the stock is very strong here. You can see even it came as low as even testing the T line. It went back to trade around 95, 99, 95, 90 now, which is good. For me, it's a good one for the stock. And At this point, I would advise if you are in this stock, hold your position for access. And money flow is also looking up because of the small data here. As we are not seeing the MACD, but can see money flow. But let's quickly look at 1 hour chart to see the position of the stock. See how it's looking at 1 hour chart. On 1 hour chart, I'll tell you this is a missed signal here. MACD is crossing the red, blue is crossing the red one for now, which you can see, a green position here, and the volume is up, and it's also above the T line. You can see it here. For me, it's a good one too for an hour chart for access. But only thing that front is looking down, while there's kind of demand in stock. Just to look at it before market close. But still miss momentum signal at the same time. For access, there's no cost for alarm. Let's quickly look at access 1 week chart to see how it looks like in a week chart. Let's look at access back chart in a 1 week chart. 1 week chart is also positive. So when you see this hammer, this hammer up here, let's watch because it's not inverted hammer at uptrend. So let's see how it goes. You can see that it's resisting decline here on the weekly chart, which is equally good for access too. Let's also look at what is happening in the life of press school. That with the result that came, you can see actual profit taking is part of what is happening in that stock now. But we are not surprised that people are taking profit because they have made money from this position they have taken before now. But we want to look at how far they will take the profit and what it will look like. Yes, on let's go to the day chart first. On the day chart, you can see that the chart is still looking kind of side trending in a flattish here or above the C line. But I'll tell you that MACD has confirmed a very situation in the stock now. You can see it here already. Our fund is also looking down. That means the stock declining from 200 to 180 is a sign that people are really taking profit. But I believe that for those that are designing investors, don't look for a support level where you can jump in as profit takers are done. When they are done with, that is where the stock started, especially when their Q2 number was to hit the market and beat expectation, that will reverse the whole thing. But the company has potential to even rally higher in terms of earnings, in terms of price. When the earnings are looking up, price is looking up, you know the strategy that we always use here. When earnings is looking up, price is looking up, and we are seeing volume, that is a good time to know that something is happening in stock and need to ride that stock at that particular time. Let's quickly look at the 1 hour chart of Fresco. Look at 1 hour chart. The 1 hour chart is confirming good signal. Look at the 1 hour chart here. Yes, it's flat. Look at it here. It's slightly below the T line. You can see it's flat here in terms of 1 hour. You can see it here for a long time. But one thing that MACD is positive. You can see almost confirming. You can see the line here on the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, money flow has bounced back to almost 500 points, which is we said that front is getting the stock. You can see on the 1 hour chart it's looking good, but on the day chart there's profit taking activities already. That's why I said there is potential in this company. Technicals are very strong on 1 hour chart. You can see volume on that 1 hour chart, good volume in that 1 hour chart, and the people are really taking advantage of the price and sell at this 180. It's a good one, but let's still watch and see how it goes. I see potential in this company because of the sector and also the kind of capacity building that is going on in the company. Any company that is building capacity, you don't expect much for them immediately, but that investment start yielding profit and can see how you can benefit from it as a trader or investor. Sterling Bank, let's look at Sterling Bank. Look at Sterling Bank. Let's see. Look at Sterling Bank Nigeria. Let's see what is happening in Sterling Bank. Look at what is happening in Sterling Bank. let's find Sterling Bank Nigeria here. Okay, let me see. Look at this very well. So now I need to move to Sterling Bank. Okay, that's Sterling Bank here now. Let's go to Police Microfinance NPF and PF. Yes, you can see the police microfinance, on a 1 hour chart. I can tell you it's still trading above the T line, which is very good. And you can see the MACD is positive, and you can see it's bullish already. As crossed, and money flow is entering. Don't forget that when the stock was marked down for the Tenkubu dividend, now that it's ahead of the bonus qualification, you can see that it's also kind of improve demand. Buying sentiment and interest has increased in the stock. This is what you want to look at when you are taking decision. What will be the next factor that will drive the price up? Then let's do a day chart. On a day chart, as I said, you can see a 1 hour chart is very good. A day chart is just giving signal, but still below what the T line. Then I would love to say when it crosses the T line, you can buy. That is another way of tell you that T line is more of a Fibonacci and exponential that you can use also to look at what it was across. But here, from what I'm seeing it's turning positive gradually. You can see that MACD, look at this histogram here, MACD is reducing. Once it cross here, become bullish, then it's likely that across the T line of a good time to buy. Money flow is combined and fund is entering the stock now as we speak on a day chart, which is good. Then for those that want to take risk, you can still buy here. But I will be for those that are like me, want to confirm here before you jump in, because you want to manage your fund. Like I don't want to risk your fund or just play with your fund. But if you know that you are a long-term investor, you are waiting for dividend, the bonus, then you can still buy at the current price. We are seeing fund, we are seeing them be giving signal and money flow confirming it, which is a good sign for me for 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 police microfinance. And this is on a day chart. We have checked the hour chart, which is very also positive. Let's quickly look at the life of livestock before we call the class a day. As we look forward to see the NPC has gone by tomorrow afternoon. Let's look at what is happening in livestock feed. That's what's happening in livestock feed here. That's what's happening in livestock feed. If you go livestock feed, this is one of the stock in this sector that is not doing well, and investors got disappointed. But I believe that we need to also watch the trend and see how far it's going to do. We're also able to follow it up here. You can see that as we speak now, it has gone as well here, but trading above the T line. But MACD is not looking good. It's crossing to confirm a bearish movement. You can see also the histogram here, and money flow is looking down on our chart, which is not good. If a 1 hour chart is giving you kind of a sell position, you can see that it's not looking good already here. Despite it's still trying to resist that, you can see where it is now. I believe that you need to watch the stock. For those that are already, like I said, able to cut loss now, but for those that are entering position, wait to confirm another strong support level before you can drop into the stock. That is for livestock. But let's look at the 1 hour, the day chart for livestock. Finally, that's what we should close for today. The day chart for livestock is not smiling. Also, you can see that it's below what the T line. I mean, you have to go off the market here, go short here. You can see it here. Just and wait and watch. You can see that the volume is not much, but a sell position. And MACD has confirmed a bearish, and money flow is also telling that funds is also leaving the stock. People are selling down and livestock as we speak at this hour. And this is what we used to close for today. The last chart we're looking at. I will say a big thank you for your time. Look forward to see you tomorrow. Also, as I said, you can go to the YouTube, subscribe. I'll tell you a lot of updates have been there today. Analyst hangout. You can get people comment, calling, so that you can also be part of it. That whenever we post anything, wherever you are, you get alerted and quickly look at it and take a decision with information you're going to hear in that video or anything, or or podcast, and then you can actually also take advantage of information. So I always also share the link anytime you get the link to others, your friends, your colleagues, your relatives, so that they can also join. So, I tell you that the more the market become attractive, the more people participate, the more it become attractive. Especially as we move forward to see out of MPC meeting. If the rate is retained, I tell you, more fund will also find way to work. That's why I said, when I'm talking to that, I said you also look at what we call commodity backed stocks. These are stocks that if at the end of the day, inflation rate is retained, and those companies are able to push their increase in cost to consumer, will also be posting positive number. That is why you don't need to miss this class anytime, any day, so that at the end of the day, you have cause to also thank God for being in the class. You know, for your question and answer, you can ask on the social media one-on-one. You can equally wait for Saturday question and answer. Also, if you go to the YouTube, you can see that the question and answer, the comment, and how people are also getting to be guided. The question and answers are asked and answer provided. I look forward to see you in that question and answer session. Also, the comment master class will be the first Saturday of July. That means even for now, start preparing so that you not try to put that date in your calendar. But I'm telling you, if this rate is also, as I said, left unchanged, that will be very good for the market. That means start preparing as all eyes on that at the end of tomorrow. I'll tell you, for the master class, don't miss it. Others that particularly the last one, I'll tell you, most of their position, they've sold about 2 of their position out of 5. That means before this month goes to finish or next month, we're about to sell our positions for the master class. That we'll be there to take advantage of information that we shared at the meeting and position ahead of Q2 numbers, half year numbers, and others for the month of July. Say thank you and enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you tomorrow.